Hi everyone, welcome to my drinking team, Winston's drinking team. I'm saying this because you know how our Koreans are so big in drinking, right? There's a reason for that. I'm going to talk about it. We value drinking and drinking culture a big deal. It's a big deal for Koreans. Okay, so when we talk about drinking, because we've been drinking for quite a long while, I think. Ever since we try to plant the rice and then we harvest rice, and rice is very important food in any Korean dish, right? And so you have to say, I have to say that you got to measure it, which one's important, right? Rice or drink. So when the rice is scarce and when the farming it wasn't that good, that specific year, maybe you had like typhoon or too much rain, flooded and stuff like that, then you're not going to get that much rice. So in the ancient time, in Joseon dynasty, kings, sometimes the king will ban eating or drinking, wine, just to save some for people to eat their main food, right? So this is how important. It's almost, the weight is almost to many people's life on it. So it's very precious thing, most precious thing, I would say. So in your home, in your household, if you have wine reserved, you're pretty rich already. And if somebody, you're VIP in your family, you have a VIP visitor, important friend or higher level rank, someone's coming visiting you, then you have to offer them rice. Rice and also the wine, right? If you don't offer them, that means you're not treating them well. And because, especially during the winter time, because we didn't have like bus or taxi back then, and also horse was all controlled by government. So maybe just the cow, but cow is not for riding, right? So mostly in the ancient time, most people there were walking on their foot to visit anywhere. So say you visit your friend's house, it's cold winter. When I experienced in Seoul, Korea, when I was a little kid, the coldest winter that I ever experienced was around like 22 negative degrees Celsius. It was very cold for me. That was my, as I remember, its record. But due to like global warming right now, it's not that cold nowadays. Probably, I don't know, even the Han River in Seoul, Korea is not freezing up, I think, many times. So it's a lot more different. I bring this cold weather because when your friend's visiting you, and then if you don't give him enough wine, then he's gonna go home, right? And then when you let him go home, he's on his way. He's gonna freeze to death. So the objective is when you feeding your friend a drink or offer him a drink for him, you have to make sure your friend is laying down, pass out and sleep. Otherwise, you might kill your friend. That's why we usually drink like all the way. And entire Korean, like I said, we are interconnected, the Koreans, right? So we are. This is called 단체 생활의 회식 문화. A lot of people we like groupings. We like grouping our inside the society. So a lot of people are sitting together. What do? Drink. You gotta have the wine and stuff like that. Oh yeah, because the drinking culture is so important in Korea. There's some different culture, different like rules we must follow as a drinker in Korea, right? Especially in my drinking team as well. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. So meaning, when we, for me example, when I invite someone to my drinking, session after, dinner or something, then not everybody, and also I don't drink when I'm not happy. So I gotta be, first of all, happy. And if I invited you, that means I like you a lot. Otherwise, I don't, usually drink at all. That's how important that is. It's a bonding. You bond together, and also, another thing is when I was a little kid, right? When I first, learned how to drink, that when you got drunk, and you get ugly, you go like, like that. Your face is gonna look funny and all that. So you don't want to show that to a stranger. So unless you are really close by, close friends, otherwise it's gonna be hard. And also the traditional, the very distinctive Korean wine is soju, right? Everybody knows. And there's also called makgeolli. Makgeolli is more rice kind of wine, like dark, like a white and like a milky kind of, texture and flavor. Not the flavor, but, how it looks, right? That's for farmers. They usually drink that instead of a meal or something like that when I was in Korea too. So all these drinking habits in Korea that reflects history, hierarchical culture. There's a certain way to drink in front of elderly, and also how to treat, how to receive, how to give. All different. So we're going to talk about this. Okay, so there are, like I said, there are several different rules you must follow during drinking. You can drink whatever you want if you're a foreigner. They don't care, but that's how Koreans drinking. So if you follow their rules, you'll be really surprised. They really appreciate your following their rules and their drinking table. Okay, so over here we're going to talk about how to pour your drinks. So this is how it goes. You always pour or receive in two hands if you're in lower rank, right? If you're younger, then it's always two hands to pour to whoever. I used to pour like using two hands, but now I'm kind of old, so sometimes I use one hand because I got younger fellas too drinking together. But that's how the rule is, meaning that it's respectful. At the end of this video, I'm gonna show you how it is in a restaurant. So don't go away. Take a look at it. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be having fun drinking too. Okay. So and also if you're a younger level, you have to pour first, meaning that the oldest one get his cup or whatever, get the drink the first. So I get to pour it first, and then another rule is you don't pour your own drink. You don't fill your drink by yourself. It's usually in the group that you can pour each other, and the younger one pour to the elderly first, and then the older guy or female pour to the young ones too. Using one hand is fine, but there's a certain, like hand gesture or ways to do this. And also, when you're a younger one, when you drink in front of older people, older guys, you usually tend to, you have to go on the side. You can't drink in front of them. I don't know why, but this one I don't like it either. I did when I was a little young, but after I was living in States for more than 30 years, I don't follow. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable with that. I meet with my teachers, my high school teachers, whenever I go to Korea all the time. But I don't know why, but I just don't like it. So I told my teachers that, it's like something else. Because when in Joseon Dynasty, when in ancient time, they were in front of king drinking, right? So in front of king, for some reason, it's not, the rice wine is so precious. So, you just gotta pretend you're not drinking maybe. So you gotta turn your back and drink, or turn your side and don't show like your photo like that. I don't think what's wrong with it, even though I'm a Korean. But that's how it is. That's how they're gonna ask you, how they're gonna expect from you if you know their culture. Okay, so let's drink together. Cheers. Cheers. Also, there's a lot of ways to having fun when you're drinking. When you drink, there are games that we can play amongst your friends. Get together. Especially, you guys might know the apartment, right? Recently, Rose, one of our famous singer, she got famous, right? Apart, things like that. I don't know how exactly, but I think just try to pick one and then have him or her drink one more shot, right? But to me, it's kind of weird. Wine is so precious. For me, it shouldn't be a punishment. It should be a reward. I think when someone made a mistake or you got picked on a game, that person should skip a drink, to me. That's how my team is doing. But I don't know. But the other guys, they're doing the other way. Um, that's that. And 369 is a famous Korean game too. It's like you count on one, two, whatever, and then you got to skip instead of if you're the third person. Instead of call out three, you just clap your hands, things like that. Whenever 3 and 6, 9, when these numbers come up, you just got to clap and you don't say anything. If you say it out, then you lose the game. But I personally like this one, Titanic, because Titanic, what it is, you have like big mug of beer in there, and then you put like those soju shot glass floating in it, and then turning around, you can pour it. Whoever drops it inside the beer, then you lose, and then you get to drink the whole deal. So for me, I would just drink, pour it all in together. I'll drink it. Baskin Robbins 31. I don't know. This one you can find out. I read about it, but I don't think it's a traditional Korean game. But now they are playing this kind of game too. My another favorite is this ancient Korean game. This one's Posokjong. In Gyeongju, long ago, ancient time, there was like say a little pond, right? So small like a party area. People like they sit over here like that, right? Like that, and then there's a small kind of stream kind of deal going around over here, and then it goes out. So you put your shot of drink, give it a little bit, and then you put it in there, let it flow freely over here. And whenever it stops, then this person has to like call out of a poet or sing something, do something. Otherwise, you're gonna have to drink this one, something like that. Okay, I don't know exactly how they played, but in the history book, that's how we were taught. So that's how it goes. This is an ancient, more traditional, more historic kind of Korean drinking game. And there are a lot more too. They got like two-hole, that's arrow throwing. This one's more like polo, and Singyongdo is more like what you would call it, Monopoly, kind of using those dice kind of thing. Well, it's very rare nowadays people playing those kind of stuff. But one thing for sure, after drinking, people will go to norebang nowadays, singing. I personally don't like it. I don't like to sing, but people they tend to go after drinking and go have fun over there drinking. I mean, like drinking again, and along with drinking, singing too. So that's how they usually end up nowadays.